Never paint your house with these 4 colors, because just one wrong choice could unintentionally lock the doors to your wealth, invite bad luck, sickness, and even conflict within your family, without you even realizing it. This is Feng Shui Keys, the place where you will discover the Feng Shui secrets that unlock prosperity and help keep misfortune far, far away. In Feng Shui, the color of your home is not just about aesthetics, it is the energy outfit your house wears. Just one unbalanced choice can slow down the natural flow of energy, make wealth harder to attract, and create unnecessary tension in your home. In today's video, I will reveal 4 color tones that you should avoid using on large surfaces and how to safely work around them if you have already painted your walls, so your home stays visually stunning while still allowing energy and fortune to flow freely. So hit that subscribe button on Feng Shui Keys right now, so you will not miss any Feng Shui secret that could shift the course of your destiny. And before we dive into the main content, drop a comment below with a positive affirmation, like "I am ready to open the doors to welcome abundance into my home." Let the energy of prosperity start flowing your way from this very moment. So out of the hundreds of seemingly harmless paint colors, which 4 are considered the gateways to misfortune, the ones that can block your wealth and ruin the energy inside your home. Number 1. Ash Gray. In Feng Shui, ash gray is often seen as a color that carries heavy, lifeless energy. Unlike light gray, which can feel modern and refined, ash gray creates an atmosphere that feels gloomy, stagnant, and lacking growth. That is exactly why homes painted in ash gray often give off a heavy feeling from the moment you walk in. Symbolically, ash gray sits at the boundary between white and black, the 2 extremes of yin and yang. When yang lacks brightness and yin lacks depth, ash gray becomes a stuck in the middle color, representing being at a standstill. In the 5 elements, ash gray is associated with weakened metal energy, which means the sharpness, clarity, and forward movement that metal normally brings are now dulled and blocked. Painting your house in this color is almost like inviting sluggishness and stagnation into your living space. The first and most noticeable impact is psychological and emotional. Homeowners who live long-term in ash gray painted homes tend to lose inspiration and creative drive. The heavy energy of this color makes it harder to make decisions, often leading to procrastination and missed opportunities in both career and finances. If your office or living room spaces that are supposed to support interaction, growth, and connection is covered in ash gray, the flow of prosperity is almost completely shut down. Visitors, clients, or friends may also feel drained and closed off, making it harder to build meaningful relationships or partnerships. It doesn't stop at your career. Ash gray can also negatively impact your family life. The gloomy, heavy atmosphere makes people quieter, less willing to communicate, and emotionally distant. A home that should be filled with laughter becomes cold and silent under this color. Couples who sleep in rooms painted ash gray are more likely to feel disconnected, with less emotional bonding and mutual understanding. Health-wise, ash gray lowers the energy in the space, making the body feel tired and sluggish. Elderly people and young children living in such an environment for a long time may experience weakened vitality and may even develop respiratory or neurological issues due to the stagnation of energy in the room. That said, this does not mean you have to eliminate gray entirely. The key is to avoid letting ash gray dominate large areas, especially full walls or entire rooms. If you already painted your home in this color, there are ways to balance it out. Try adding warm and bright colors to help reactivate the energy flow. For example, include light yellow terracotta, orange, or natural-themed artwork, and light-colored rugs. Artificial lighting is also a great solution. Use warm yellow lights, salt lamps, or arrange windows to let in natural sunlight. Once light is introduced, the stagnant energy of ash gray becomes balanced, bringing warmth and vitality back to the space. Number 2. Deep black. In feng shui, black belongs to the water element and represents depth and mystery. In moderation, it can create a sense of elegance and power. But when used excessively, especially on large surfaces, deep black turns into a dark curtain that pulls in negative energy and slowly extinguishes the life force in your home. Deep black evokes images of darkness endings and mourning. When it covers large areas, the home, normally a place of warmth, turns cold and confined. Positive energy cannot circulate, and wealth is likely to get blocked right at the entrance. The most immediate impact is on the mind and spirit. Living in a space that is too dark over time can make people feel drained, demotivated, and even depressed. In living rooms or bedrooms, deep black disrupts connection between family members. People talk less, become emotionally distant, and the warmth of the household fades. From a feng shui perspective, a deep black draws in negative yin energy. It acts like a deep well pulling energy downward and causing fatigue, insomnia, and anxiety. People with fire or metal elements in their birth charts are most affected. Fire clashes with water, so the inner fire gets snuffed out, making it harder to thrive. Metal creates water, but when water becomes too strong, metal weakens, resulting in a loss of creativity and drive. This color does not just affect your mood, it also has negative consequences for your career and finances. A home or office filled with deep black can feel cold and uninviting to clients or partners, limiting chances for collaboration and growth. However, this does not mean black has to be completely avoided. The rule is to use it as an accent, like on a sofa, curtains, or a small wall section. If you have already used too much, you can balance it out with warm yellow lighting, larger windows for natural light, green plants, nature-themed art, or light-colored furniture, like beige, pale yellow, or soft terracotta. These elements help restore positive yang energy and allow fortune to flow freely once again. Number 3. Bright red. In feng shui, red is associated with the fire element and symbolizes passion, luck, and vitality. In moderation, it can bring warmth and positive energy to the household. But when the red becomes too intense, like bright red scarlet or neon red, the fire energy becomes overwhelming and creates chaotic, even harmful effects. Bright red is like an uncontrollable flame. If you paint an entire room or house in this color, the space becomes suffocating, overly heated, and uncomfortable. People living in such an environment tend to become irritable, impatient, and prone to arguments. A home that should be peaceful and connected turns into a pressure cooker of tension. Beyond family dynamics, bright red also has a strong psychological and physical impact. Being surrounded by too much red overstimulates the nervous system, making it hard to focus and sleep. Children may become overly hyperactive, unable to sit still or study. Adults may experience fatigue, stress, and reduced work performance. From a feng shui viewpoint, bright red creates overactive fire energy. Even though water normally controls fire in the 5-element cycle in an overly fiery environment, water element, people are forced to overexert themselves to bring balance, leading to exhaustion and emotional instability. Still, red does not need to be eliminated entirely. When used in moderation, it can bring vibrancy and good luck. The principle is to use it as an accent, perhaps in a painting, a few decorative items, or furniture details. If your walls are already painted bright red, you can soften the energy by pairing it with light blue, soft green, or cream yellow. Adding houseplants, wooden materials, or soft lighting can also help harmonize the space. Number 4. Deep blue. In feng shui, blue belongs to the water element. It represents peace, wisdom, and a gentle flowing energy. In its lighter tones, it creates a calming, relaxing atmosphere that clears the mind and brings clarity. But when blue becomes too dark, it takes on the energy of the deep ocean, cold, heavy, and devoid of light. This is what causes the home to lose its warmth and vitality. Deep blue can make a space feel overly still and weighed down. If your living room or bedroom is painted in this color, the atmosphere can turn cold and emotionally disconnected. Instead of joy and closeness, people in the house may become withdrawn and less willing to share. Psychologically, deep blue brings feelings of isolation and melancholy. It is like being lost in the middle of the ocean at night, unable to find a way out. This can lead to confusion and lack of motivation. For people working in creative or communicative fields, this color can kill inspiration and teamwork, directly affecting both career and income. Feng shui also teaches that when water becomes too deep and imbalanced, it turns into overly stagnant energy that blocks the flow of yang qi energy that is essential for wealth and growth. People living in deep blue environments for long periods may feel stuck, stagnant, and socially withdrawn. But again, that does not mean deep blue is entirely bad. It is all about how you use it. This color should be used for small accent elements like pillows, curtains, rugs, or a single decorative wall, not to cover the entire space. If the room is already painted deep blue, balance it out by adding warm tones like cream yellow light terracotta or pale beige. These colors help soften the coldness and restore harmony. Lighting also plays a crucial role. In rooms with deep blue walls, maximize natural light and use warm yellow lighting to create a cozier feel. Adding green plants or sunrise-themed artwork can also help balance water energy, bring life into the space, and reignite motivation for those living there. Have you noticed many families still fall into the trap of choosing the wrong paint colors for their homes, thinking they look nice, while unknowingly opening the door for misfortune to creep in? So what exactly are those common mistakes? One of the biggest mistakes when choosing a paint color is deciding based purely on personal preference, without considering the energy aspect of feng shui. Many people think, if I like a color, it must be good for me. But in reality, a house is not just a reflection of your taste. It is also a system that regulates the flow of energy. Choosing the wrong color might make your home look beautiful at first glance, but silently, it creates energetic imbalances that can impact your wealth, health, and harmony in the long run. Another common mistake is painting the entire home with just one single color. Some homeowners believe that using one color throughout the house creates unity and simplicity. But in feng shui, harmony, not uniformity, is the key. When one dominant color takes over the entire space, the energy flow gets locked into a single form. It lacks movement and variation, which can lead to stagnation, slow progress, and especially difficulty in attracting and keeping wealth. Also, chasing temporary design trends is another common pitfall. Some colors may be trendy luxurious, and loved by many at a certain time. But just because something is stylish does not mean it aligns with good energy. Feng shui emphasizes balance between yin and yang and among the 5 elements. If you choose a trendy color without considering whether it fits your space or your personal energy, your home may look good on the outside, but become a source of hidden instability and poor luck. What is important to understand is that every color carries its own type of energy vibration. When used improperly, that energy can work against you. Too many cool tones can make a space feel cold and isolating, while too many warm tones can create tension and conflict. If this imbalance continues for too long, both your spirit and your financial flow may be negatively affected. But even when you have chosen the right paint color, there is still one hidden danger that many people ignore, and that is when the paint starts to deteriorate, peel, or fade. These are warning signs that misfortune may be approaching. In feng shui, when paint begins to chip, fade, or show signs of mold and dampness, it is not just a sign of physical wear and tear. It is a sign that the energy in the house is beginning to decay. A wall full of cracks, peeling paint, and damp stains is like a body that has lost its healthy skin. It becomes a magnet for negative energy. In feng shui, this is a serious warning to the homeowner. Financial losses may be on the way, relationships may become strained, and family members may start experiencing health issues. A home is supposed to be a sanctuary that nourishes positive chi, but once the paint has deteriorated, it becomes a wide-open gateway for negative energy to enter every corner of your space. Psychologically, living in a house with peeling paint and moldy walls also weighs heavily on your mental state. Looking at those worn-out walls every day can cause feelings of discouragement, a lack of motivation, and even hopelessness. And over time, this mental state drags down your energy and makes it harder to move forward in life. Beyond that, faded or moldy paint can directly affect your physical health. Mold and wall fungus can lead to respiratory problems, allergies, and a weakened immune system. Especially for the elderly and young children, long-term exposure can cause chronic illnesses or frequent minor sicknesses. That is why feng shui considers deteriorating paint not just a cosmetic issue, it is a serious threat to your home's life energy. The most important advice here is this: take care of your home's paint regularly. Repainting your walls is not just about making things look clean and fresh. It is a way to reset the energy and keep the chi in your home flowing bright and strong. If your family is entering a new phase, getting married, having a baby, or starting a new job, then refreshing your home's paint becomes even more essential. It acts as a ritual to renew your fortune and open a brand new chapter filled with luck and positivity. Your home is not just a place to live, it is the vessel that stores and circulates the energy that determines your family's prosperity. Every shade of paint on your walls is like an invisible current. It can either nourish your home's life force or clog up the flow of abundance. The key takeaway is this: feng shui is not superstition. It is the art of energy management. Even a small decision like your paint color can completely transform how energy moves through your space. When you choose the right color and keep your walls fresh and vibrant, you are not just creating a beautiful home, you are opening the doors to wealth, health, and happiness. Now I want to hear from you. What is the dominant color in your home right now? Do you feel that color is supporting your family's energy, or is it holding you back? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button for feng shui keys so you will not miss any feng shui insights that could help you shift your destiny, attract abundance, and keep misfortune away. And leave a positive affirmation, like I choose colors that open the door to prosperity. Let the energy of abundance start flowing your way from today.